These are all my laser printed parts, and I'm going to put my pinball machine base together. I just finished putting together the initial pinball machine setup. So these are paddles and these are levers, and I have it so if you push it you can play with the paddles. This is what the back looks like. This is how the mechanical pusher works. This is the pusher, which is connected to two short bolts which are here. There's a washer in between, and this rubber band wraps around twice on to connect between these short bolts, which creates a little bit of friction to cause the paddle, which is on the other side, to move smoothly. That's the same for this side. These are the laser cuttable pieces of the Rapunzel tower, but since wood would be too thick for how small I need my tower to be, I ended up printing it on thicker cardstock paper. This is the printed, assembled, and colored tower. It's based on Rapunzel's tower, and I actually added a little cave at the bottom so that the pinball will be able to go into the tower. This is the painted pinball machine. It's Tangled themed, so we have Rapunzel, we have the evil mom, we have a lake with a sky as the background, and we're going to add on a bunch of pinball components on top. This is the completed product of my pinball machine. It's Tangled themed. So we have Rapunzel here, and the ramp is part of her hair, and it's coated in lights. This is Pascal the chameleon, and he appears again here as the ball launcher. So I can pull this back and the ball would be placed here and launched up. These just function as kind of bumpers. This is Tangled vinyl sticker that's printed. More bumpers here. I have a little coil I made so as to make the pinball not fall here, which is where the spinner contacts the lights, as you can see, and they will turn on if the ball hits it. This Pascal the chameleon is supposed to be the tongue, and it's surrounded by a bumper that if it hits and connects to one of the nails here, it will turn the buzzer on. And finally, the other addition is this is Rapunzel's tower, as you can see, and I have it so if the pinball goes here, it turns the lights on here, and the lights here are supposed to be the little lanterns in the sky that is related to the Tangled theme. I'm going to briefly explain how the three different electronic components on my machine works. The first is the spinner, which is this gold star, as you can see here. The gold star has metallic tape coating around it, and it is connected to a paper clip which will hit the ends of the gold spinner as it turns. That's connected to the positive terminal of a 1000 microfarad capacitor, and it's also connected to LEDs. I personally have 3 LEDs, but as long as you connect them, you could have as many LEDs as you can get the battery to run on. We have then the gold spinner is connected with a bolt, and the bolt on the bottom side of the board is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and then the negative terminals are all connected together. The next is the buzzer bumper. That's this with Pascal's mouth as part of the bumper. So we have a screw that's always touching the tape, as you can see here. That's personally this screw right here. And then I have 3 other screws here that aren't always touching the rubber band, which is coated in metallic tape, but if the pachinko ball hits the rubber band hard enough, it also pushes the rubber band onto the other screws and completes the circuit. The rest of it is just another 1000 microfarad capacitor along with the 3-volt buzzer because when it connects the circuit, instead of having lights on, this is the one where I have it make noise, and it's again connected to a battery underneath the board. And these are all just connected through the bolts. The wires I just have soldered and like wrapped around the bolts. And finally, I have the tower lights. As you can see here, I tried to redraw my little metallic layout, but this is this, as you can see, and it's just metal tape that I cut in this design so that they're not touching until the pachinko ball rolls on it and connects the two. So if you're going to recreate this, you have to make sure that the two like forks intertwining together aren't touching originally, but can touch when the pachinko ball rolls over it. So you have to get them as close as you can without touching.